Hair care is one of the most important categories within beauty and personal care. It's actually the second largest in value terms, just after skin care. It has been affected by the recession, so particularly in 2008 and 2009, especially in the key regions as well, such as Western Europe and North America, which are maturing markets.
The growth prospects for hair care ingredients is generally good, but the growth does reflect the growth of the actual products themselves. Asia Pacific is the largest region for hair care ingredients and accounts for some 30% of all the hair care ingredients. And it's expected to have a growth rate of over 6%, an annual growth rate of over 6% from 2010 to 2015.
We have seen consumers trading down, so moving away from premium products such as salon hair care into private label and cheaper brands. But overall, it has actually been fairly resilient, and we can see that globally, the industry's expected good growth between 2010 and 2015, growing at nearly 2% in constant value terms. In hair care, the dominant categories are shampoos and conditioners, which combined actually accounted for a little over half the market in value terms in 2010. And these categories will continue to grow thanks to developments in emerging markets such as China, India, Russia, and Brazil.
Surfactant cleansers are the dominant category in hair care ingredients, and these had an annual consumption of 480,000 tonnes in 2010, and this is expected to increase to 560,000 tonnes by 2015. The main reason for the large use of these ingredients is because of the shampoo category, and the two dominant surfactants that are used in hair care ingredients are alkyl ether sulfates and alkyl sulfates, and these in fact account for 80% of the total surfactants being used.
And other areas will see good growth as well, such as colorants, which are seeing a lot of growth in Latin America. The US is the largest market for hair care, but because it's a market that's quite mature, it will see limited growth in the forecast period. Consumers are really looking for more bang for their buck, which basically means more value for their money, and they're looking for more value-added products. So within hair care, this means there's more of a focus on functionality. This functionality needs to be based around two key ideas. So there's a focus on science, which means that there should be a lot more innovative ingredients that really make a difference to the product, and also on emotion. And around this, a quite important trend is individualism and for me. So there should be more hair care products out there that really cater to different consumer groups. So the two key functional focuses, I would say, are care and repair. So within care, we're thinking about things such as sun protection, especially for colored hair, also more sensitive products, so products that don't contain ingredients that might lead to conditions such as dermatitis or eczema, and also looking at anti-aging products, as manufacturers are starting to realize that this is an area with a lot of potential given its success in skincare.
Hair, like skin, also suffers from the effect of aging, and this isn't just greying of the hair. And there are a number of products on the market now targeted at this. For example, Dove Pro Age shampoo. There's a lot of research going on, for example, in the area of hydrolyzed keratins, and ingredient suppliers are now looking at this category and tackling the issues of anti-aging and its effect on hair care.
Within repair, there's been a focus on moisturizing. So in many cases, this actually means moving away from just conditioners and moving into products such as hair oils, hair serums, and deep conditioning hair masks. There's also more of a focus on strengthening, especially given the damage that arises from coloring your hair, from more frequency of washes, and also from different styling agents.
Interesting developments are occurring in hair dyes and hair colour ingredients. Hair dyes and hair coloured products are expected to show annual growth of over 4% from 2010 to 2015, and this is providing and will provide opportunities for ingredient suppliers. Global consumption of hair dye ingredients reached almost 6,500 tonnes in 2010. Of course, these are used in much smaller amounts in formulations, so the tonnages aren't as great as we've spoken about earlier. However, this does provide real opportunities for ingredient manufacturers. Some of the common complaints about using hair dyes is that they can damage the hair and that the colours fade. A lot of research is going into UV filters to overcome these problems. And for example, Croda have launched Chroma Veil, which is a broad spectrum UV absorber which can be used in a range of conditioners, shampoo and leave-in products. And this can protect the hair in all of those types of products.
It's become quite important to focus on products that cater to issues around hair loss. So there are products now that either help stimulate the hair follicles or help to add volume to the hair. And lastly, what's become quite important is this idea of individualism. So manufacturers are starting to create products that cater to specific consumers. We're seeing a lot more product launches around Afro-Caribbean hair or Asian hair. More fragrances are being introduced that cater to different consumer tastes. And there are a lot more styling agents also being launched that can help create really interesting and unique looks. Natural is definitely becoming more prevalent in hair care products, especially as we're starting to see more plant-derived ingredients being introduced into product formulations. However, there are some issues because the use of natural ingredients does mean that there's a change to the formulation, and in many cases this can affect the efficacy of a given functionality, and this has hampered the market for natural hair care.
Some preservatives in hair care have faced the same issues of health concerns and the trend towards natural ingredients, and perhaps the most well-known of these is parabens. And the concern here is because there's apparently an increased risk in breast cancer. However, this research is disputed. Having said that, consumer groups are aware of the concern and there is pressure to remove it from personal care products. Now, are there alternatives? Well, yes, there are synthetic alternatives, but there are issues with some of those in terms of skin irritation and causing adverse reactions. And there are also natural alternatives such as rosemary extract and green tea extract, but the issues here are that maybe they're not as effective in the particular products that they're used in. Having said that, plant extracts will see a big increase in usage because of the interest in natural ingredients, and botanicals, particularly plant extracts, are being widely used in hair care products now, and they help to give the products natural and green credentials, and these will be widely used in the future.
As for organic, this also remains a niche area, largely because in order for a product to be certified as organic, all of the ingredients used need to be organic, and this can be quite difficult for manufacturers to ensure. And from the consumer perspective, it's actually quite costly to buy an organic product, so this is something that has yet to become really mainstream.